Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick or Lecoq with 3 packages sent in from subscribers from the Netherlands and Utah, and a package that I bought from bricklink.com. Right, well I'm desperate to get into your packages first because they're going to be much more of a surprise, so I'll pop these two guys back here out of the way and we can make a start. In no particular order, here is a letter from David in New Harmony, Utah. And I actually used your address to see where you lived because it interested me, your address. And I put it into Google Maps and looked at the satellite pictures and then looked at the street view pictures as well. Bit of digital stalking. But it was absolutely amazing where you live, surrounded by national parks. What beautiful scenery. Such a contrast to where I live in the UK, but absolutely amazing. Very lucky to live where you do. I'm sure you'll agree. Right, so within that envelope there is 2 letters, I think. So first of all, we've got this one. Dear Robin, I love your Lego City and enjoy watching your Lego YouTube channel. Thanks for your inspiration on my Lego City. From Ethan, age 11. Oh, wonderful. Thanks very much for that, Ethan. And then there's something else here, which I think I just have to get through the tape on to be able to undo. Oh, golly. Oh, there's quite a lot of tape. Right, here we go. Yeah, good thing I've got my trusty knife to hand. There we go. Oh, we've had a piece leak out. We've had a few pieces leaking out. So we've got a couple of tiles and a ladder piece and so on. Wow, look at that. So we've got a very sort of multi-leveled city, much like mine. We've even got a train line going in between them. That looks really good. I really like that. I quite like this sort of edging that you've put on to sort of tidy it up so you can't see under the tables. So that looks really good. Oh, there's another tile. Another one with a nice sticker on. Thanks very much for that. Oh, we've got a bridge going across from one area here to another one over here, which looks like there's an airport. Oh, yeah, there's a control tower as well. Yeah, it's definitely an airport. Oh, wow, that looks really good. Yeah, well, thanks very much for those pictures, Ethan. They look really good. I can see that you've gone for the multi-level approach like I do, and I think it looks really interesting as a result. So, yeah, keep going. Thanks very much for your letter and these few pieces. We've got some sort of danger stripe tiles and a couple of random bits here, but that is all good. Thanks very much. Right, so let's move on to the next one, which is from the Netherlands, and this one is from Jerome. So let's see, shall I cut into it or shall I open it? I'll open it with my thumb. It's probably safer, isn't it? Oh, another letter and a couple of bags of bits. Just check that's everything. Yep. Hi, Robin. Went to Utrecht Centre today to buy Lego 76940 because I wanted the T-Rex fossil for a future museum build. Yes, that set is awesome. I was considering getting that just for the T-Rex fossil. I was actually considering putting it on the back of a train wagon, would you believe? That's a really sort of interesting exhibit that's being taken from one city to another. But I figure it's too wide. Definitely to get through my tunnels anyway, so I think the build's about 10 studs wide. So I mean, it might be able to, you can modify it to get it under 8, but by the time you sort of dip the head thing down, I don't think it will work, but it's a very nice piece, I agree. He continues, anyway, I went to the minifigure wall and added some for you. Oh, wonderful. Also, I have added a surprise. Said it should be the Lego store said it should be the zombie figure from Marvel, and I think it would be cool for a scene in your city. All the best. Keep up the good work, Jerome. P.S. Love the Zeppelin build. Ah, great. Well, thanks for that, Jerome. So this must be the minifigure he was talking about from the Marvel line. Somebody stuck a 9 on it. I didn't know they helped you pick the one you wanted. Oh, well, they got it right, look. It's the right one, the zombie one. So let's quickly build him. So, I do like his face. So he is, what is he? Captain America gone zombie. I'm sorry, my knowledge of this is absolutely appalling. And there's his hat or helmet. He looks like Captain America to me, in a way. I don't know why he's a zombie. That must be some sort of newer Marvel film that I haven't seen that sort of explains all that. Oh, and we've got one of these action pieces, which is good, on a jumper plate, so we can make him go at a interesting angle. Yep, and he's got, oh yes, I think it is Captain America, because look, he's got a really battered round shield with the star on. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's really good. I especially like his face, which, wow, we've got to use that somewhere, haven't we? For somebody who's very ill or very zombified in this case. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks very much, Jerome. So keep that, bin that. And then we've got this, presumably from the wall. Did they have pigs on the wall? Here is a pink pig. I think I've got this pink pig, but it's great to have another one. Wow. I didn't know they had those on the minifigure wall, but that's absolutely great. Oh my word. A new snowboard. I have not even seen this one. It's almost in sort of video colours. I didn't know that even existed. So that is the prize piece so far, I think. Wow, absolutely amazing. I love that. So I can add that to my collection. It's great when there's something you haven't even heard of. And then we've got, oh, that's an interesting torso with a sort of nice sort of puffer jacket and white gloves. I think we've had that head before, but yeah, that's a really nice torso that I haven't had. So that's new to me, and we can give them the sort of hair that's off that character in Hidden Side. Then we've got this snake tattooed, very scary looking man with a nice tank top and some two coloured legs. What are they called? Dual molded. That's the word I was looking for. With the brown there and the blue. That's really good because they're quite expensive if you try and buy those separately. Oh, we've got a second one of those torsos. So that's great. I think I'll probably swap in yellow hands just to make it so somebody's wearing that at the fairground or something. But this lovely blue winter hat, which is nice, so somebody can wear that, like that Kyle on South Park or something. And then we've got a mechanic lady with nice short blonde hair as well. Yeah, so I really like all of those. In fact, we should probably put her or him, her, on that snowboard for now. But yeah, that is absolutely great, Joan. I absolutely love this. This is the winner so far because it's just part of one of my collections that I have a real sort of hankering for all the time. So yeah, that's really good. Thank you very much for your generosity there. Right, and then the third package that I've been sent, which is from Dennis in the Netherlands, and this is even bigger than the one that I bought. So let's have a quick dig into this. Very well wrapped. Oh. And here we go. Oh, and it's got a lot of packing in it as well. Let's get rid of all of that. Oh, and a letter. Found the letter. Oh, golly, we've got sets in here. So we have a lifeguard set, which has got a really nice little jet ski shark and the sort of trailer on the back of one of those little buggies with beach rescue written on it. So I like that. That's really nice. Oh, golly, he's been very generous. We've got all sorts in here. What's this little box? Oh, my word. That's a really vintage set. So we've got a Lego system. What would that be? Go-kart, I suppose. I like the black visor on him. Is that unopened? Wow. Very vintage indeed. Very battered, but absolutely amazing. You can tell it's old when it's got a number like 1760, can't you? Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Wow. So I think there's another vintage set then, because this little package is exactly the same shape. And this one is in even better condition, but just as old. Oh, that's a really nice little sort of skidoo type build, isn't it? With the skis on the front and what looks like a sort of a chainsaw blade used as the track piece on the side. That's really interesting. I love these old minifigure heads as well with a massive polka dotted stubble. Wow. And there's the alternate builds. I wish they did this still now. Put loads of different alternate builds on the backs of each of the boxes. You see it is there. I mean, some of them are a bit rubbish. You know, you're never going to build that perhaps. But it gets your sort of creative juices flowing, I think. So it's really good to see, and I wish they did that now. I mean, you look at the back of this, it's just showing you the functionality of the existing set, which is all very well, but, you know, maybe you could build something else out of it as well. Wow, so that's very generous already, but I don't think we're at the bottom. In fact, we're nowhere near the bottom. I've got a very strange yellow bag, which I haven't seen before, which says building toy on it, and has bits in it. I don't know what this is. Is it a new way of doing the build a minifigure wall? It kind of looks like it from what's coming out. We've got what looks like 3 people. I didn't realise they had changed it. It's probably to save on that immense amount of packaging. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at his head. I haven't had that one before. massive handlebar moustache. I love that. I think I've seen these clown trousers before. I think they're in the Hidden Side set. And I've seen that hair before. Obviously, these combinations aren't going to work that well when I just piece them together at random, but that head is amazing. I don't know what that's from. I haven't seen it before. What else have we got? We've got a very smart suit. I think was on one of the Disney sets, like the Disney train station, where I think it was Chip and Dale were wearing it. And we've got a nice pair of legs there with chain on the pocket and so on. Let's see what we've got for a head. Got a head with some protective sort of goggles on. Very useful for a scientist. And a nice sort of cowboy hat. That looks like a bit of an odd combo, but maybe she's a detective or something. Looks good. And we can give that person a purple laptop, all folded up. Very nice. Then we've got... Ooh, I haven't seen that one before either. I Love Legoland. Wow, we're getting loads of really new pieces this week in the haul. And that is a piece that I did know about but don't have. That's a brand new head that's exclusive to the Build a Minifigure wall with all this sort of face painting on. I think it's kind of for a pop star. So that is really good. And I'm not sure I've even got these legs before either. So that's another unique piece to me. So this person so far is entirely unique. Yeah, and some black hair. I've probably got that. But yeah, they're absolutely amazing. Wow. Thank you so much for that. That's really generous. And then there's other accessories. We've got a kind of cobra staff. Maybe I can give that to somebody under the sea or something like that. A black brolly. I was amazed everyone was surprised at the word brolly. It just means umbrella when I used it before in one of my videos. Yeah, I think it's just an English sort of abbreviation. And we've also got a pizza piece, and you can never have too much pizza, as I think anyone will tell you. So that is really nice. And it's kind of good they're using slightly less packaging on these things nowadays. Might even reuse that. Oh, he said they use less packaging, and there's the more familiar packaging. So we've actually got another set. Golly. Wow, you have been generous here, Dennis. You really have. Let's see if we can tip this one out. Oh, without it going everywhere. Might be better if we wind this down a little bit, mightn't it? There we go. So we have got an interesting sort of, I don't know what you'd call that. Is that sort of a forest map? Oh no, it's sort of more like a ninja top really, that, isn't it? Ninja top with some trousers and a face and a nice magenta sort of cycling hat. So there's lots of good pieces there. And that one's double-sided, so that's nice. And a snowboard. Now, I do actually have this one before. Somebody else who's very generous sent me that one, but you can never have too many. So that is absolutely great. Love. Then we've got some dual molded legs. I remember what they were called that time. A pretty normal torso, that one, I think. And then we've got a sort of stern face, which is probably from a Ninjago character. And that hair I don't think I've got either. That kind of looks like Ninjago hair, and sometimes they pass me by, but in that colour, I don't know who it was from, but it might even be a Harry sort of Potter character, because I don't get those hair pieces either, but I'm certain that I don't have that hair, so that is another unique piece. Wow, that's definitely the theme for today, I think. Unique minifigure pieces. Then we've got what I always think of as an air hostess sort of uniform with that sort of neckerchief there. Some legs with, what is that, sort of different safety harness on or belt or something. It's quite hard to see on the camera screen anyway. And then we've got another very nice head with a raised eyebrow. It's a bit like my face, that actually. That's with black facial hair with a raised eyebrow and a bit of a jaunty moustache and goatee. And that's just one-sided. So I don't think I've got that head either. I don't recognise where that's from. Another nice hairpiece. A great big gold sword. Why not? And a saxophone. Why not again? Yeah, so those pieces are all fantastic. I can have another busker with the saxophone. Do all sorts of things. So it seems that there is old packaging and new packaging in effect at the moment. And then one more thing in here. Wow, so generous. And that's another box, and it's this. This is the birthday set. How did you know it was my birthday? Only joking. But this is really good because you get that awesome clown in there with the green sort of afro haircut, the clown sort of print clothing and all the rest of it. another minifigure, and a few presents, and even some stickers. Yeah, they look quite good. So we've got some good colourful numbers there, birthday cakes, footballs, and all the rest of it. So I'm sure I'll be able to use that. Maybe not this surround, but that's a new set to me. So that is really nice to have as well. Here we are. So we've got all sorts of different hair pieces and things, and a horn. So that'll be good. Yeah, but he's definitely the star of that show. Fantastic. Wow, Dennis, you have been incredibly generous. I've kind of done this lopsided. I should put one of these on this side, really. You've been incredibly generous there. In fact, you all have, and I've really liked getting the letters as much as anything else. Oh, and I didn't read out the letter, did I? Too excited with the contents. So, dear Robin, what a great executive decision to get a P.O. box and give your fans the opportunity to send you something, and thank you personally for your great work and fantastic channel. Aww. I could go on about your builds, Brick Nottingham, and much more here, but I expect Brick Hall 100 to be a long video. Yeah, some of these, I think this one has been rolled over just because I had too many at one point, and I think it just missed the initial cut-off. Anyway, so again, thanks for all the fun. I send this small token of appreciation with absolute pleasure. Well, it was more than small, Dennis, it really was very generous. All the best to Mrs. Hood as well. Until the next one, see you, Dennis, and Sandra in brackets. Sorry, Sandra, if I'm causing him to spend too much money. But thank you very much for all of that. Right, I'm going to pause here just so I can get rid of all of the detritus that's over there, so then I can get on with my package from brickhall.com. But thanks again, everyone who sent me a letter and everyone who sent me something to contribute towards the city. Really well received. Thanks so much. Good, good. Desk tidied, and I can get on with the package that I bought from bricklink.com. So I'll just start cutting into that. Now, the reason why I made this order was because I wanted to improve the build after I got a few suggestions that I did with that Ninjago World set 40429. And I got it all working and motorized to finish that challenge. But very nice. Basically, I thought I could make it a little bit better, and there are a couple of suggestions that I really wanted to follow. So basically, I was trying to find some specific parts that would help decorate that ride and make it even better. So I think we've got some bedoings coming. Get rid of that packaging. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. So that's great. So we might as well start with this great big bag, which has got absolutely loads of lerps and burps in it. And they're all in this old dark grey colour and all have these underwater stickers on. Now, it might be that I don't use these underwater stickers, but maybe I will, because, as you know, I'm quite into Lego stickers, so I think it'll probably add a bit of detail. But they're all from one really old set, Deep Sea Bounty. That's set 6559 from 1997. And I just bought all he had. He must have had more than one set of it back in the day, or got some more sets and pieced them out for selling. So we've got these lerps that have got the kind of conger eel on. Is it conger eel? No, moray eel. Yeah, behind some sort of plant life and a stone. So that's really nice. And then we've got 2 more of those with... Oh, that's damaged. We'll take that one off, but that's fine. With 3 fish then. Sort of more clownfish type sort of shape things. Then we've got 2 more lerps. With 1 fish going the other direction. That's a relief because they're all going the same direction at one point, with a bit of red coral. And it might be that I move some of these stickers using my patented hot tea technique, so they're not always on the same pieces in the same place. And then we've got 3 burps, big ugly rock pieces, as opposed to, large ugly rock pieces, I guess. And these have got a little fish on. That one's damaged. And, that's damaged as well, but I'll be able to cut round probably the good bit and keep it so it'll look more like that. A couple more fish, a crab, and some coral and a rock. So we've got that 1, 2, 3 times. So absolutely loads of those. But these were very keenly priced, and these weren't why I went to that store at all. But basically when I was there, he had them. So, I'm going to buy them, aren't I, obviously, because I'm going to need absolutely loads for my undersea cabinet. You've seen the size of the cabinet, so basically... we're just going to need an absolute load of rocks to help fill that backdrop and do all the rest of it, and these make a really good contribution towards that. So that set Deep Sea Bounty you might notice if we look at the picture again that basically that has a really interesting background that's very sort of retro Lego in my mind. And that's the sort of background that I'm trying to do a design for a massive sticky vinyl to cover the entire back surface of my glass cabinet. So I'm hoping to do it in that sort of retro theme that's a bit murky, mysterious, rather than, well, the equally good new sort of bright National Geographic type sort of theme that's going on with the current underwater sets. But I'm hoping that'll look really good. It's probably going to be impossible for me to stick on such a large glass surface on the inside of the cabinet. I think that's going to be a nightmare. And I'm trying to do it a bit different on each of the 4 major sections. So basically we'll have, sky, then undersea, then sort of murky caves, and then the mysterious bottom layer. So I think that would be really good, but that is taking a bit of time, and that's one of the things I'm doing in the background in between all these videos. Then we've got a couple more block pieces actually, but these are merps. I can never remember why these are called merps, because they should be called kerps really, shouldn't they, because they're sort of corner ones. As I see it, these are in the newer grey, so I've got some of those as well. Once you're paying for postage for a big box, then you may as well start getting more big pieces in as well if they're around, because UK postage is always charged by size for some reason. And then I can see the first of the very important pieces that I wanted to improve that Ninjago world set. So somebody is definitely due a bedoing, because on that set, if you remember what I did, I basically motorized 2 sort of spinning swords that would basically hit the cars from side to side and make the whole ride move in a kind of different shaped motion than all the other rides that I've got going round and round in circles and so on. But basically I tried to decorate the 2 spinning pieces a little bit with some sort of ninja weapons and so on. But somebody very clever suggested that I use the Spinjitzu kind of whirlwind pieces to put one on top of each of them and kind of have that as the decor as well. So that is definitely worth a doing, and that's something I'll be trying to do as an amendment to that ride when I put it in. So I've bought this particular one because it was the right colour scheme really. I wanted them both to be the same and both to be kind of reddish. So this has got red mixed with trans orange, so I think that looks really good. So I'll kind of have one on each of those, and then elsewhere, if I can just go ahead to the other bag, we've got the 2 brand new Spinjitzu Kai minifigures, and both of these pieces come from the set 70659 Spinjitzu Kai from 2019, and I can use these to kind of decorate the whirlwinds. Now I know they're the same, but basically, well, I kind of thought that would be better than having them different. So, I mean, they haven't got studs on the inside. I was kind of surprised at that. I haven't seen these before. Or do they? Oh, they do. Good. Okay, so I can attach one of them on the inside of there, one of them on the inside of there, still have the sword attached somehow, but that should give a lot more decor. Now, these would be statues, of course. So another thing I bought, which I can see in this bag, was some trans clear red heads to kind of replace the yellow heads with eyes, so it looks a bit like they're statues, and I can do that as well, and I'll reuse those heads obviously somewhere else. So that was a fantastic idea, I thought. So we'll basically have these sort of spinning, what would it be, kind of like that I suppose, into the center, and I think that'll look really good. So I'll have to try that in an upcoming video when I do lots of amendments for my fairground. So thanks very much for that suggestion. This was the only vendor that I could really find in the UK that actually had 2 of these pieces and 2 of these minifigures new, so that's why I chose this vendor. And then, as usual, I bought as much relevant stuff as I could while I was there. So let's tip out this bag and get on with the remainder of what I managed to find at this store. One was some of these umbrella pieces, or brolly pieces, which are used in a few city sets really, or creator sets if you want to be picky. 31104, the Monster Burger Truck from 2020, is one of them, and I just wanted more of these to add to the ones from that very set actually, just so I could have more tables basically all looking the same with people eating massive burgers in my fairground, though I am worried about that fitting in my fairground, just because that monster truck is so big and I'm trying to cram so much stuff in, but we will see. And if we weren't already replete with monster trucks. Lego have got and released the new stunts line, which I've got to say I love. I'm really keen to get my hands on some of those motorized pullback or push forward rather bikes and try and do some jumps of my own. But also they've got that wonderful big arena set with 2 monster trucks sort of flying around. And if I had space in my city, I'll be doing a demolition arena, I think. But I really, really don't. By the time I've done the fairground, I'll be very limited for large projects indeed, unless I start going under the tables or something like that. So yeah, I'm really, really keen to get that big set, but I'll probably wait for the price to go down or something like that because I don't need it desperately. Yeah, so yeah, watch here for stunt stuff in the future. Here's an interesting piece. It's from 3 Harry Potter sets. I didn't really know what it was supposed to represent because I'm not into Harry Potter, but it's basically a jar with a label on it. It's got these sort of copper-coloured leaves and gold leaves. And, well, I don't know what that could be, apart from maybe an ingredient for a spell, presumably. That comes in 3 Harry Potter sets, including 40500, Wizarding World minifigure accessory pack from 2021. And that set's got some really nice torsos and other pieces. I've got that Acid Pops similar piece because that came in the Honeyduke Sweet Shop, of course. So I just thought I'd get a couple of these to use as, well, stock probably in a shop somewhere. I can't kind of help myself when I see pieces like that. But they weren't too badly priced. So that's really nice to have. Here's something that was worse priced, so I only got one. But it's this lovely face with a raised eyebrow and the moustache and little pointy goatee beard. And look at the other side. I mean, I really wanted more than one because that's great. But this is also great. When he's got his eyes closed, he's kind of seemingly doing some sort of Zen kind of Om sort of face. So I really like that. That's from the character Gravis in 71735, Tournament of Elements from 2021. And I think that now represents all the minifigures and minifigure pieces that I wanted from that set because I got some of the other characters already. So we've got some white round bricks. I think they're just to finish off one of my secret projects, which won't be coming up for a while because we've got so much to get through. Now this vendor seemed to have a load and load of glitter stuff. So we've got loads of these glitter dishes in trans purple or trans glitter purple. We've got loads of glitter cone pieces in this glitter trans neon yellow. And then we've also got the cones in the trans glitter purple as well. And I figure for the lowest level of my underwater scene, having, well, these will glow in UV light, but all of the sparkles will show up really well. I think having lots and lots of sparkles as part of some really wacky sort of alien-esque sort of plants will be brilliant. So I basically bought every glitter piece I think he had. Anyway, so that's what I was doing there. Then, I can see some other pieces to augment our ninja spinners. And it's basically these little clips and these red horns. This was from the original set and basically got 4 of them and kind of clipped them on here. Maybe you had those going like that as well. So I got enough to do both of them. So we can do that. And that'll add to the motion even more. Who knows, I might even be able to position it so they can actually be the bits doing the kind of hitting of the cars on that ride. I don't know, but there you go. That's what that's going to look like, I think. Maybe with him being a bit more visible. There we go. Yes, I think that'll be good. And I didn't need to get as much for that because basically I already had some. So with that there, I'm sorted for the other one as well. So that's good. Then I've got some brown aerials just to help me make some trees, I think, in the future. Still need to get on with making trees. Lots of these unicorn horns in the bright light blue, which seems to be the colour I'm collecting those in. Lots of cupcake pieces. I haven't had many of these. I got some as part of Brick Wall 100, but I'm going to get some more in different colours because I think they're kind of going to be used for coral. Maybe sort of almost the sort of flowers. I know they're not really flowers, but the sort of end bits of corals that will be maybe collecting particles going by. So I've got quite a few of those in, what's that going to be? Medium lavender. And then I've also got some dark turquoise 1x1 round bricks. Now they are for another secret project. It is under the sea. but I'm not saying any more. But it's going to be the kind of highlight colour, I suppose. So that'll be fun. That's a bit of a way off. I haven't designed that yet, but I knew I needed certain pieces for certain parts of it. And I guess that theme continues really with this bag of stuff that I've bought for the undersea largely. I've got more of those. Don't know why that was in a different bag. Lots of these brushes. I've probably got enough now, but I've got some in this medium azure colour. And that's going to be for sort of coral plants, something sort of wafting by. Maybe with fish sort of swimming in between them. I think that'll look really good. And then we've also got them in the bright light orange, or flamish orange, whatever you want to call that. I wish Lego would get on with standardising its names, because it uses different ones than everyone else. Like Bricklink uses dark bluish grey, and they use dark stone grey and things like that. It's just annoying. But anyway, so there's loads of those in both colours. A couple of plates I needed, a couple of jumpers that I needed for specific projects just to finish them off. Cupcake pieces in a different colour. That looks like medium blue to me. A couple of brushes in the pink. And lots of slopes in dark tan and tan. And basically I'm going to be using those under the sea as well, just for making kind of sandy bits of rock rather than actual rock. So you can have sort of undulating sand level going up to the base of this, and it becomes sort of a rocky, craggy bit. Yes, I think that's absolutely everything. So a relatively small haul from Bricklink this time, but full of very interesting pieces, and with one project definitely going to get improved a great deal from the pieces bought, but a few really interesting ones as well, like these head pieces, and loads of these lovely big rock pieces as well. But I think the real special mention has to go out to all the stuff that's been very generously sent in, and those letters, and the wonderful handlebar moustache, that wonderful pop star head, the winner. I'm sorry, the winner is the printed snowboard with that pattern I didn't even know existed. And a few other unique pieces like that torso as well, because I am an absolute sucker for unique minifigure pieces for some reason, because they feed my illness. My name is Robin, and I am a brick addict. It's been about 1 day since my last build. Anyway, thanks so much again for all that stuff. What a great haul. So I think you'll agree, another awesome haul, with an extra special thanks going out to David and Ethan, Jerome and Dennis for their wonderful contributions. But this will keep me busy for quite a while, I think, at least a week anyway, until the next one. But as always, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the links in the description below. And if you want to send a package for a future brick haul, you can do so by sending something to this address. And then next time on Robin Hood Bricks will be in the fairground on Friday. And then on Monday, I haven't decided what we're going to be doing. I don't think we'll do another train one since we just did one. So maybe we'll get onto that final part of the bugle. Who knows? Anyway, whatever we get up to, I'm sure we'll have great fun. So until then, see you! Oink. Oink, oink.